It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Bengals at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
This is 2nd and 8.
Keep the ball moving.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Complete right side to Otton.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Burrow on play action. Steps away. To Mixon on the check down. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20 from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And they go play action now. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He completes it to Burrow. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Ritter.
Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Cincinnati score. Call that a 59-yard punt return.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ritter off to play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Contact, long time there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Room here to run. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson
His second TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case, he needed to tamp back the enthusiasm a little bit.
On two, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow going to change things up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from hard. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Here's 3rd and 7. Ritter now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Going play action. Ritter.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
A give left side to Robinson. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And the Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
9 yards that time. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Touchdown, Bengals! A big play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
And all the way down to the 5.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Burrow will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, 31 yards.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a lead now to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Ridder from the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down throw coming for Ridder.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Ridder. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here's Ridder.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That is caught.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hand off now to Robinson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Robinson on a give right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
On 2nd down, Ridder.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Looking to throw it here. Ridder.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
11, not 3. 12.
Safe, boys. Let's get a few.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon.
To about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 73 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's brought down.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go.
And they will take a knee here. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Make that kick. Hurry up, Bryce. You can do it.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.